Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode those complicated corporate fillings. It seems like Cushman Wakefield has been busy moving houses. Literally, get ready for a deep dive into their recent move, which, spoiler alert, involves a lot more than just packing boxes. And if you love getting crystal clear insights from these documents, make sure you are subscribed. We also have a fantastic Discord community linked in the description below where we dive even deeper into these topics. So, a big real estate company, Cushman Wakefield, has officially moved its official home base from England to Bermuda. This wasn't a quick decision, it has been in the works for a while, and they just announced it is all done. Let's see what this big redomiciliation actually means for them, and for us watching from the outside. This filing is all about that move. The company that used to be a UK company is now a Bermuda company. They basically set up a new parent company in Bermuda, and then all the old shares of their UK company were swapped for shares in this new Bermuda company. It is like trading your old house deed for a new one, but for a massive corporation. The official paperwork was approved by the English courts and then filed with the authorities in Bermuda. So, as of the 27th of November 2025, the deal was sealed. All the people who own shares in the old Cushman and Wakefield now own shares in the new one. And the old company, it is now just a subsidiary, a part of the bigger Bermuda-based operation. Think of it like a stock swap. If you owned one share of the old company, you got exactly one share of the new company. This is a pretty common way for companies to change their legal home. It is designed to make sure that shareholders aren't really losing anything in the transition, at least not in terms of their ownership percentage. Now, this move has some immediate effects, especially on the stock market. The old company's shares were traded on the New York Stock Exchange, or NYSE, but because the company structure changed, the old shares had to be delisted, meaning they stopped trading on the 26th of November 2025. But don't worry, if you own their stock, it is not gone. The new Bermuda-based company's shares will start trading on the NYSE on the 28th of November 2025. And here is the kicker, they'll be using the exact same stock ticker symbol. CWK, this is to make the transition as smooth as possible for investors. So you should be able to track the company's performance without missing a beat. This is a pretty important detail for investors. This section is essentially confirming the delisting of the old shares and setting the stage for the new ones. It is a formal notice that the company is changing its trading status on the stock exchange due to this corporate restructuring. This part is about the actual issuance of new shares to old shareholders. About 231 million new shares were handed out. The key thing here is that this issuance was approved by the court as being fair to everyone involved. Because of this court approval, they didn't have to go through the usual, more complicated process of registering these new shares with the securities regulators. It's a way to handle a massive share exchange efficiently when it's part of a court-sanctioned corporate change. Now, while the company is moving its domicile, the people running the show are largely staying the same. The filing confirms that the top executives from the Old England-based company are now the top executives of the new Bermuda-based company. So Michelle Mackay is still the Chief Executive Officer, Andrew McDonald continues as Global President and Chief Operating Officer, Neil Johnston remains Executive Vice President and Chief Financial Officer, and Noel Perkins is still the Executive Vice President. Chief Legal Officer and Secretary. It is a continuity play, meaning the leadership team that was steering the ship before the move is the same one that will guide it afterwards. This usually signals a desire for stability during a period of change. The board of directors has also transitioned over. Most of the names you'd recognize from the old board are now on the new board. They've also restructured the board into different classes, Class I, Class II, and Class III, which is a common governance practice. This staggered board structure means that not all directors are up for re-election at the same time, which can provide a degree of continuity and stability to the board's decisions. An interesting point here is that the new Bermuda company will be entering into new agreements to protect its directors. These are called indemnification agreements, and they basically mean the company will cover any losses the directors might face if they are involved in a lawsuit or investigation because of their role at the company. It is standard practice to shield directors from personal financial risk when they are acting in their official capacity. This is where things get a bit more detailed, but it is important for anyone who holds stock options or other stock-based awards. The company has made sure that all existing stock options and awards granted under the old company's plans are now valid for shares in the new Bermuda company. So, if you had an option to buy old company stock, it is now an option to buy new company stock with the same terms. This ensures that employees and executives don't lose value in their compensation packages due to the redomiciliation. They've essentially transferred responsibility for all employee compensation plans, including stock options and deferred compensation, from the old entity to the new one. This also includes specific offer letters for top executives like Michelle Mackay and Andrew McDonald. ensuring their employment terms carry over seamlessly to the new corporate structure. This is the official confirmation that the governing documents for the new Bermuda company, its Memorandum of Association and bylaws, have been put in place. These are the foundational legal documents that set out how the company will be run. This section points to a press release that the company is putting out on the 28th of November 2025 to announce the completion of this redomiciliation. It is the official public announcement of this major corporate event. So what is the big picture here? Cushman Wakefield has successfully moved its legal domicile to Bermuda. From a shareholder's perspective, the stock symbol CWK will continue to trade on the NYSE and their existing share awards remain valid. The leadership team and board are staying the same, which suggests a focus on continuity rather than change at the top. Now, looking at this move from a business perspective, why would a company do this? Often it is for tax benefits or to simplify their corporate structure or perhaps to gain access to different capital markets. Bermuda can offer a more favorable legal and regulatory environment for certain types of international businesses. While this filing doesn't go into the specific financial advantages of moving to Bermuda, it is a safe bet that tax efficiency is a significant driver. The key takeaway for us is that this is a major legal and structural change, but it is designed to be as non-disruptive as possible to investors and employees, the company's operations. Its people and its stock market listing remain largely intact. It is a sophisticated maneuver to position the company for its future, likely with an eye on global expansion or cost optimization. So, what does this tell us about Cushman and Wakefield? They are a company that is actively managing its structure to optimize its global operations. This move signals a long-term strategic vision. While we didn't see any deep financial tables here, the fact that they've managed this complex redomiciliation smoothly, with existing leadership and continuity in their stock listing, suggests strong operational competence. The main risk, as always for any company, will be market conditions and their ability to execute their business strategy. But as far as this specific filing goes, it is a story of a successful corporate relocation, setting the stage for whatever comes next. Alright, that is our breakdown of Cushman and Wakefield's big move. What is your take on this corporate redomiciliation and what it might mean for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis brought clarity to a complex topic, hitting that like button really helps us out, and subscribe for more deep dives into the world of corporate finance. And don't forget to check out our Discord community in the description for even more discussions. Thanks for watching, see you next time.